Let's stop. Why is nothing getting done, and what can we do? Well, here to help us unpack these things from the mental health perspective is Dr. Jeff Gardere. Dr. Jeff, thank you for being with us today and on a day like this.
Yes, and it's so difficult to be here, but at least we have some information, hopefully, that can help parents and kids.
Well, you know, we're all grieving and obviously horrified by this latest shooting. It's just unthinkable every time we see this happen. How do we begin to unpack what we're feeling right now?
Well, I think it's very important for us as adults, first of all, to be able to process what our feelings are. What are the emotions that we're experiencing? And it's important to know what they are because we should prepare ourselves, as the mayor has talked about, for the importance of talking to our children. And so if we are calm, if we're deliberate, if we know what we want to say, then the message will be much more effective when we're talking with our children and helping them unpack and process what's going on and doing it as much as possible in a calm and positive manner.
So, Dr. Jeff, speaking of feelings, a lot of people right now are afraid, specifically when they think that nothing is going to change. So what would you say to those people who have, in a sense, given up hope?
Well, certainly where there is hope, there is life, and where there's life, there's hope, and it's not just a saying. The bottom line is that if we begin to see ourselves as victims and feel that nothing can change, then we won't change anything. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that's why it's so important we teach our children about being upstanders, not bystanders, having empowerment strategies, especially the teenagers. They don't want just us to talk to them. They want answers. They want to find out what they can do. And this is the time that we can talk with them about their becoming community activists and working on those laws gun laws, for example, that may contribute to these school shootings. So changes can be made, but we have to have the action and have the strategies to begin doing that. And of course, the support of the parents to push them in that direction.
What about talking to kids? How do you walk them through what has happened?
Well, first and foremost, it's important to find out where they are. What is it that they know, and what is it that they really want to learn about what has gone on? With very young children, Tamsin, it's important that we use very simple language, that we simplify some of the emotions that we talk about around anger, hurt, whatever some of those other emotions are, and keep the story as simple as possible. With older children, we meet them where their language happens to be, but I would caution it's important to try to keep younger children, anywhere from 2 to 8, 9, 10, 11, keep them away from the very destructive and ugly images that they may see. We have to explain this to them on our terms in a way that doesn't scare them even more than they are right now.
Yeah, and adults at times have to step away and take a break. So, Dr. Jeff, kind of expanding on what you were just talking about, some children, as they're getting toward the end of the year, may be scared to go to school. I mean, parents are scared to even send their kids to school. So how can parents help them kind of work through their fears?
It's important now more than ever, after kids have been through this whole situation with COVID and still going through it, as a matter of fact. They are very unbalanced. They're very scared about a lot of things. So now more than ever, we have to reassure them as much as possible. Don't lie to them, but let them know that as parents, as schools, as partnerships, as communities, that we will do our very best that we can to protect them as much as possible. The schools have exercises for them to do, and I think that's important. And of course, getting school counselors, nurses, social workers involved in talking with them around issues of safety and reassuring them as much as possible that we are working on their safety. We're just not waiting for things to happen.
Right.
We are actually making sure that we give them the skills to try to avoid these things.
And what does it look like? How important is it for parents to process their own emotional responses first? Because certainly how they react could influence how a child reacts, right?
That's right. We are modeling for our children that when there are tragedies, instead of just completely losing it, it's important to take a look at what exactly our emotions are, articulating those, but more than anything else, talking about it, and in a way that's not completely negative. There are heroes and sheroes in this story that we've got to talk about, and how communities are coming together to take care of victims, to mourn with victims and their families, and that teaches our children about compassion and empathy, which is something they begin developing through these sorts of things. So turning these horrific situations into the teachable moments so that they can deal with life, because there are more of these things, I'm so sorry to say, that will be happening in our world.